When evaluating our lives, we often think about whether we're heading toward our ideal selves to becoming the person we'd like to be. And in this process, we always reflect on regrets. Today, we are talking about regrets and the impact it has on our lives.
What's your wind down? Tell me what's your wind down? What's your wind down? Tell me what's your wind down? Show me, tell me, what's your story? I wanna hear it, it's your opinion. Like it, love it. Hashtag or golden, retweet or repost it. She's my sister, she's my friend. We stay rolling to the end. We stay vibing, no matter what we riding. We can laugh, be shout or cry. Let's find answers, not ask why. We stay vibing, no matter what we're smiling. I got this, you got this, we got this, we good. I got this, you got this, we got this, we good.
Welcome to Her Wind Down. Today we're going to be discussing regrets. So the definition of regret is the feeling of sadness, repentance, disappointment over something that has happened or been done. So today we're going to ask our lovely ladies, what is one of the biggest regrets that you've had in life? You want to start?
I'll answer that. So, one of the biggest regrets I have is, sharing my pie before I was married. That would be one of my biggest regrets. Only because I gave it to somebody that now I look at them and it wasn't worth it.
So if it was someone of prestige, you wouldn't have regretted it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's priceless. So, all their money don't mean nothing to this pie.
Okay.
You can't buy this at Marie Callender's, baby.
What kind of pie is that?
Listen, sweet. I ate my pineapples. Don't worry.
So what about you, Tammy?
One of the things I regret is not going to college immediately after high school and not starting businesses that I had years ago, and then 5 years, 10 years pass, and then you start to see these businesses flourish and come out, and God gave you the revelation for them 10, 12 years ago. And had you acted on it, that would be your businesses. But they're not, and now they're somebody else's. So I have a lot of those. Where I was just like, oh, I remember I was going to do that. Or, oh, I remember I could have did that. And, oh, what about the time I said no to that? And maybe I should have did that, and that could have led to this, and this. So, just stuff like that.
But even though you didn't do it after high school, do you feel like you could still go out and do it?
Yeah.
Even with the
terms
businesses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, because I'm doing it. But the thing is just timing wise. Because I'm doing it. The thing is, it's just timing wise. I just, with kids and a husband and all that, it's not realistic to have a functioning marriage, functioning relationships with your kid, functioning, honor roll student life, because that's the kind of student I am. I'm not going to just settle for C's and just barely make it. I got to be the best,
C's get degrees. Okay.
But what I'm saying,
They do.
but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're going to take all that pressure into trying to accomplish these goals that you set out in your, pre-teens and early 20s that you still haven't got done.
Okay. You guys want to answer that? One of your biggest regrets?
Well, my biggest regret is not growing up. As far as getting married at a young age, I don't recommend that to anybody. It can happen for other people, but for me, I feel like I regret it my youth.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 20 years old, coming out of high school love or whatever, and it was like entering into the marriage, you feel like you're losing, and you see people around you that's doing things that you was like, dang, I could have did that. But now you're married, and now you have this married life that you have to fulfill. It's like my husband, my kid, and then I had a kid at 21, so it was all that. It was marriage and it was motherhood. So I feel like the regret that I have, I feel like I should have, lived a little more as far as going out to party with friends when you're supposed to. Turn up, twerk in your 20s, not in your 40s, but I am going to twerk. Get your booty shaking on early before enter into that. So that's my biggest regret as far as just grow up a little bit before you enter that marriage stage, that commitment, because it caused problems in marriages, and because then you're thinking in the back of your head like, look, I don't want to be here, I don't care, I don't want to wash dishes, I don't want to clean up, I want to go to the club right now. So that's my biggest regret as far as that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Angela?
I think one of my biggest regrets is actually giving someone more of my energy than I should have. When I graduated from college, I was just like madly in love with this guy, and I was in Philadelphia and he was here in California, and I thought, oh, we're gonna be together. He's telling me he wants to be with me, and I was like, well, I had opportunities out on the East Coast, but I decided to actually move back to California so we could just start something. And when I get back, he tells me, oh, I'm gonna be with my kid's mom and all kind of stuff, and I just thought, I just sacrificed a lot for love to come back here for you. And it was a hard lesson because I feel like I shouldn't have even given him that. So I regretted that because I feel like it just wasted my time, and maybe the time that I did come back, I ended up going on to go back to the East Coast, that it was like something that I missed in between that period. But that was probably one of my biggest life regrets. Giving him too much of my energy. I should have stayed in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Now you're with us.
Look at it.
Well, one of my biggest regrets is not something that I feel like I caused for it to be a regret. It's the things that happen after it. So I feel like if my mom was still alive instead of passing away when I was 19, or if I would have seen my dad, a lot of things would have been orchestrated a little differently in my life. So I wouldn't have been questioning a lot of different things. Like, some people say, well, I have one kid. How am I going to be able to do this? How am I going to be able to go to school? How am I going to be able to work? Or now I have 2 kids. And I'm thinking, you have your mom, and your mom is willing to help. And here I don't have a mom. I had to throw the baby on my back, or try to figure out who was going to be there for me. Yeah. Or, some people say, I visit my dad, or I go to my dad's, or, this and the other about their father. Then I started looking at other things that I probably would have done differently had it been a father there. So then some of the things that I feel like I regretted along the way was because of something that I didn't have no control over to even begin with. So other than that, I love my life though. I thank God.
Right.
The way it
you
has
a strong woman.
been done, right? So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So the other one is, do you think fear plays a big role when it comes to life regrets?
I do. And the reason I do is because I feel like with just business decisions, I found myself saying no at times because I was fearful of success.
Wow.
It's like, what's it going to look like after this? There's no going back. I can't climb back into my corner and say I don't want to do this anymore, because now once I cross this line, people are going to hold me accountable. They're going to say, no, we know what you're capable of. We know what you did. Or you put this one out. Okay, when's the next one coming? And when's this and when's that? And so I don't know, like I felt like this pressure of like this unknown success and this even an unattained success. You know what I mean? Like the success that I, blew up in my head, and it's like this picture of what my life is going to be can still have you frozen and not move, and it might not even be the outcome.
Okay.
Wow.
That was gorgeous. Just the
Yes.
way you summed that whole thing up. But and now, you made my sister and everything.
Makes sense now.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. That's how I feel. Because,
Right.
sometimes you be like, okay, maybe Tammy's busy because she got the kids. Okay, maybe she doesn't want to do it because her husband. Okay, maybe because she's working and she's doing this and she may take. But then to feel like it's something that's embedded on the inside of you that's holding you back because you're scared of success, because you're scared of people holding you accountable. Don't you get teary-eyed because you feel like, you don't want to, live up to a certain standard.
Right.
It's not even like live up to a certain standard. It's more of the once you hit a status, there's no coming back. You know what I mean? Like,
So why
no,
not? Why
not hit it?
Why not hit it?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. And that's
No,
crazy.
no.
Like, I think that's
so. Listen, so that's one of those things you're gonna have to try to figure out and work on. Like you just dug that up, right?
Yeah.
You just exposed that.
Yep.
So that's something you need to look at and say, why not? You get one life. Why not just say, let me just do it.
Right.
We're gonna come back to you.
She's gonna have everybody
I
crying.
know. Go ahead, Peaches.
So I'm gonna skip it about me and put it back on her
no, we're
No,
because
go ahead, and then we could talk. We could go back to her.
because I want her to cry more.
Oh, Lord.
I want her to cry more because she's so great at everything. Like if you've read, so if you follow us on social media, which I hope you do, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, we are on there as Her Wind Down. Of course, you will see that her name is Jackie of All Trades. And the reason we call her Jackie and not Jack, for one, she's a woman, but because she's so great. Like,
Yes.
I have watched this chick make a computer. like she turned an old one into a one that haven't even came out yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My hair is gorgeous.
Give it up.
My hair is
Y'all
gorgeous.
give it up.
Her.
Yeah, and mine, right?
If you hear
Yes.
our vocals on our show, it's Tammy.
Right.
Our makeup is great today because of Tammy.
Yeah.
I have eyelashes on because of Tammy.
She helped me build my fence,
Listen,
my landscaping.
She gave birth to all my
Hey.
god kids. I mean,
like I think
turned
that
into me.
this,
Hold on, this is not a therapy session.
so I think that this
good.
is
I was just
like
saying I had some regrets. And shit.
right. But I think this is more than just a regret. Like this is like women empowerment right here. This is like your moment. Like your regret just kind of like hit all of our hearts. Like not Tammy. Like you can't feel like that. Like you're so great.
Well, thank you.
So guess what? Tell her what to do, Denise. Tell her what to do.
I'm gonna
Come on.
come on out, then we'll
Exactly.
Come on
Exactly.
out. Yes, then we'll come on out.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Okay, go ahead, Forrestine. You can answer yours.
So for me, I would have to say, I think it has a lot to do with it. Oh, on my end, it's because fear of failure. Not like Tammy and her success that she is, but more so like I can see it, but if I don't know it's a guaranteed like yes $1 million or yeah you'll be great or yeah your voice will count, then I'll just slip it back in my pocket. Like I don't ask nothing. I'm not gonna ask anybody for anything if I know it's not a guaranteed yes. I'm not gonna step out and do nothing unless I know like yeah you'll be successful, you won't fail. Like I don't want to be a failure. So I think that's one of my biggest fears is being a failure. So that's a big thing that plays when it comes to me regretting.
Okay.
Well, my fear is just I'm gonna say change.
Hold on. Let's say something to this. Okay, any great thing or just anything in general that you have to go out to do, it's gonna cost you something.
Right.
You're gonna sweat, okay? You're gonna think, is it worth it or not? You're gonna think, you know what, like, should you continue doing it? Should I give it up and do something else? But if it's something that you feel like I could do this,
Right.
that's all you need. I could do
Right.
this. That's it. I can do this.
Be your own
Right.
cheerleader.
You know,
That's
really, I can do this. That's it.
And do it.
Just do it. No matter how many times it takes, just do it. If we made the show about how, like, all the stuff that I've ever went through on getting some stuff done, oh my God. But when I tell you, I will not stop. It's impossible. I cannot stop. I cannot stop, because my whole thing is, everybody that's made something happen that did it, they're human, just like us.
Right.
You know, they bleed red, just like us. They talk, walk, just like us.
Yeah.
Can't nobody zap you. Nobody have a heaven and hell to put you in.
Right.
So the only thing is just to do it.
Yeah.
Just to do it. And so I say, whatever it is, you already know how I am. And I, at first, when because on regrets, Angie is the one that came up with this segment, and I was just like, what? Okay, Ange, like, okay, so, you know, what we gonna do, whatever. But I did not think that this was gonna turn into this.
No,
like,
not at all.
as right now, I'm thinking, like, just what you said, just what you're saying, it's like, no, we could do this, you know?
Right.
We could do this.
Right. It's good.
Eat it, your fear.
Mine is just change. It's like I have a fear of change. Like if someone would say, if my everything is set and then someone try to change it, then I feel scared because I'm thinking that it's not gonna go right. Like if you give me something, I'll be like, no, we're friends. That's it. That's all we need to do. No, we're not gonna do anything else. We're just gonna do this. But just to pitch it out there to me and to say it and to, you know, just give it to me the way you like. Come on, you can do this, Denise. Stop. It's gonna be okay. That's all I needed, and I was just afraid of change. But I'm getting through that, and so I like change now.
That's good.
Time changes for the best.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Angela.
You know, when it comes to fear, I think the only thing really I do fear is God. Because I'm just like, I can do it. And I do feel like, you know what, sometimes you're gonna fall, you're gonna fail. But failure builds you so that it makes you better. You have to know what not to do to know what to do and what works and what doesn't work.
Right.
So for me, I just feel like just go for it. Like, I rather know, you know, hey, I failed at this, but I can do something else, or, you know, I know that I tried it. I don't want to ever sit there and say, well, I never knew because I never tried it. I don't want to live with any regrets.
Right.
I just want to do it. And if it doesn't work, then I know it doesn't work.
Right.
But I'm going to go for it, especially if God puts it in me. Like, I don't care what it looks like. I'm just going to go for it. And hey, sometimes I'm going to fall on my face. And I'm just going to have to get up. And I'm just going to have to keep going.
Yes.
But I just think that, you know, everybody should just do that. Sometimes you're going to fail. Get back up. Keep going.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I was thinking when you were talking, do we say because it's a fail, you just stop throwing the towel and then try something else? Or do you just keep on going? You just keep on going. Like, if this is something that you feel like you are passionate about, or something that you feel like you're good at, it might not work out the first time.
Or the
It might not
second
work
or
out
the
the
third.
second time or the third time. Maybe you need different stomping grounds to go. Maybe you need a
Right.
different avenue of, you know, shooting it. Maybe you need a different marker. Do a marker, not a pen, you know?
Right.
Whatever to make it feel more
have to
permanent.
keep
But
going.
yeah.
When I used to work at Madame Tussauds Hollywood, I was a part of the opening team, and I did all the consumer promotions. What the company didn't let us know is they really didn't do a lot of research about who would come to a wax museum. Tourists would come, but locals wouldn't come. So we tried every single promotion. What can we do to get these people to come through the doors? And a lot of stuff just wasn't working. But that doesn't mean my effort, I was still good at doing promotions. It's just, hey, you just got to keep going.
Right.
So if I would have stopped, you know, I would have been like, oh my God, you just keep going. Like, well, this didn't work. Well, I know it didn't work because, you know, I put my best effort for it, but it's just not working for something. You'll find something that works, but you just have to keep going and see what happens. Like, okay, at least we know we don't need to put this money here because that doesn't work. So you
Right.
just have to sort of maneuver, and then it makes you stronger to go, you know what? If I can't do it this way, I can do it this way. If I can't do it that way, I'm gonna go around and do it the next way. And I think if you attack, you know, it like that, then hey.
Come on out.
Well,
honey.
answer this one while you're still talking. So, why do you think the heaviness of regrets hold people from walking into their destiny?
I do think that it's a fear of just like getting to your greatness. It's a lot that goes with it. sometimes it's a lot of fear. Sometimes it's, I don't know how people are going to treat me with my success. A lot of times when you are headed towards success, you start seeing how people treat you, and you don't want that. You still want people to be cool with you, but sometimes you're like, well, I don't know if you're around me because you really want to be around me, or you trying to get something out of me. So I just think it's a lot of different factors, and you're like, well, how? And I also think it's perception of how are people going to think. Are they going to think like, oh, you think you're too good for me now, or you know, you're changing up your status? Like, it's nothing wrong with that, but I just think that we're always thinking about what everybody else is going to think about us. But I just think you should just go for it.
Right.
Like, no matter what, just go for it. Yeah.
Tammy?
Well, like, I feel what Peaches said, and I feel what you said, and I feel what Ange said, and I feel what you said. I think that might be a portion of why I do what I do, like why there's nothing I can't do, because I tell myself, well, if somebody did it, it can be done.
Right. And I know that about you.
But
Right.
I don't know. I think too, it's almost like a catch-22. If you're good at 20 things, which one can you focus on? And which one should you focus on? Because which one is going to be that one that creates the river to the small streams?
Right.
You know? And I think that's part of that fear of the success. It's like, okay, do I give everything to this? And this is going to be the thing that takes off so I can, you know how when you make money while you're sleeping? Is this the thing that's going to make my money while I sleep? So I can, while I'm awake, do X, Y, and Z. And I think that's part of it. The not knowing
Let me
what
try
the
to answer
river
that to the best way I can. The river would be something you're passionate about. Something that you do without question is this is just the most easiest thing.
But-
without looking at
the
a
monetary.
list of how to go about executing this. So to all of us on the couch, I'm sure we're saying is singing.
Yes.
You can sing. You do that without ease.
Without thinking.
You do that 24/7. You do it wherever you are. You do it loud. You do it low. You do it. It doesn't matter. You do, and you're great at it. That will be your river.
Yeah.
Now your streams will be other stuff. You know, like you and Peaches landscaping. Like
I laid zero mulch. I didn't do anything.
But you understand what I'm saying? So your
coming.
passion is something that you will actually be able to do just without ease. It comes easy. Like me working with kids.
Yes.
Like I love that, you know.
Yes.
But it's the passionate. It will be the river in your words. Other little things that I do, those are the streams, and you know. But I love that yours will be singing. So most of the time, and that's something too that people don't really know what their purpose is and what is it that I'm supposed to be good at, and well, how can I let go of these regrets? And it's like, well, find what you're passionate about. Well, I don't know. Well, ask some people around you. What do you think I'm interested in?
Right.
Because most of the time, if you don't look at yourself, somebody's watching
Somebody's
you.
watching.
And they're looking at you and they know exactly what you're good at.
Exactly.
They know exactly what, you know, what really it seems like you're passionate about. And you probably don't even know. And don't just say, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I really don't want to do that. I don't accept it. I mean, especially if enough people say it.
Right.
You know, to where it's not reasonable influence, people with sense, sound mind
Yeah.
Right.
say it, okay? But so you want to answer this one, or Denise? Do you feel any of your choices that became regrettable made you the person you are today?
Oh yeah, it made me a stronger woman. It made me grow up faster by being a mom very early and a wife. So I had to do things early. So I can't go to mom now and cry and be like, Mom, fix it. Daddy, fix it. Do this, do th-. No, it's you now. It's on you. So, and then you looking at these babies looking up at you like, what we eating today? And I'm like, I gotta feed you? Like, really? So yeah, that's what it is. So it makes you a better person. It makes you grow up. It makes you think about life and things ahead and what can happen. So yeah, it is.
Worst thing?
Yeah. I believe it. For me, I would have to say it kind of like made me the how stubborn I am, the stubborn woman that I am, and not giving up, like giving into certain things, like knowing my worth and where I stand, and knowing like, no, I don't have to accept this. I don't have to take this. I know there's something greater. You know, it's kind of like, it just builds you as it built me as a stronger woman to be able to do it.
If there's anything that you could say to your younger self, what would it be?
For me, I'll say stay focused. Go out and live your own life. Stop listening to other people's advice. And just take charge and do what you want to do. Be great at it. Yeah.
Tim?
My younger self, I would tell my younger self not to stop and to do it all. Like, I literally had plans and dreams of going to college to be an engineer, architect, all of it, doctor, lawyer, all of it. And literally, I could have. Who said I couldn't? You know? So, just do it all.
I would just tell my younger self that don't ever let anybody put you in a box. Don't let anybody just say, oh, I'm going to contain you. This is who you're going to be. Listen to God and just go with it. Don't contain yourself. The sky's the limit.
Yes.
Forresty?
I would tell her, take that daredevil, take it with you to your adult life. That no fear that will jump into anything, take it with you to your adult life.
That's good. Well, I would tell my younger self, there will be bumps. There will be bruises. There will be tears. There will be sweat. There will be a lot. But stay the course. Execute it all and finish it. Don't start something that you don't finish. Start it, finish it. You know, start it, finish it. And that will wrap up her wind down.